Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's boardzy, and it is a day after Christmas miracle. This is going to be a mousepad review of the Xraypad Aqua Control 2, but that is not the crazy part. What's crazy is that this is not a black square. This mousepad actually has a design on it, which is just so rare for a mousepad nowadays. And I forgot I put this here, but I'm also going to be comparing it to the Aqua Control Plus. Because I think this is Xraypad's newer, modern, high-quality version of the Aqua Control Plus. Not the exact same texture, but it still is in a Mudson fabric, I believe. And yeah, I'm just going to get into the review. I want to mention that these were sent out for review by Xraypad. I don't know why they sent me every colorway. I guess they wanted me to appreciate all of the designs. I've been using this green one as like a desk mat, basically. But yeah, I want to talk about the size and the price. So for this 500 by 500 XL square size, which I personally think is the best mousepad size, this is only $26 shipped from Xraypad. There's a code boardzy10 that I don't get any commission from that gives you 10% off and allows you to have free shipping. I'll like put some pictures up. You literally can't get free shipping unless you put one of their seasonal discount codes. So I just want to mention that at the beginning of the video because I do think that this is a high quality mousepad that is definitely worth it for Aqua Control Plus owners, because you can see I'm just naturally doing this. The rubber base is so much better than the base that they had on the Aqua Control Plus. Granted, when they first released this mousepad, the standards for quality the quality standards on mousepads were much lower than they are now, but this thing had thick, raised, stitched edges, which caused people problems, a very raw feeling, abrasive surface, and just a poor rubber base. But it was cheap, and it was considered a high-end competitor at the time. It's pretty easy to see the clear quality improvements on the Aqua Control 2, with the stitching being closer to being flush with the surface and just thinner in general, also a softer material, so just far improved in terms of quality. In this close-up, you can see that these pads are using the same weave, but the actual feeling on your mouse skates and your arm is not exactly the same, but it's clearly similar, and this is their update of the Aqua Control Plus. The Aqua Control Plus has a rough glide, like I mentioned before, and sort of high initial friction. When you first change directions with the mouse, there's like a noticeable feedback and resistance, and the Aqua Control 2 is definitely a lighter glide in comparison. The dynamic friction on this pad is low. I would say it plays pretty fast. Definitely faster than the Aqua Control Plus White, both lower initial friction and dynamic friction, but I know there have been so many different versions of the Aqua Control Plus. Another thing to mention, this pad is not coated despite having the designs. None of the Aqua Control pads are coated. So that's cool. I'm personally not a huge fan of the design, but that is literally to each their own. At least it is not only available as a black square, but it also is available as a black square if that interests you. Now I'll move on to the texture feeling. It's definitely not abrasive by any means. Your skin won't be irritated by it. I won't say it's comfortable because this is just a somewhat grainy feeling, pretty firm piece of cloth. I'll do a quick lighter test. This pad's listed at 4 millimeters thick. Doesn't seem quite as thick as some of the Lethal Gaming Gear pads, though. And you can see in the super light press down test, there's really not much for it to sink into. So this is not a plushy mouse pad, definitely falls into that hybrid pad category. In my opinion, explaining the differences between this and the original Aqua Control Plus is kind of splitting hairs, or maybe I'm just getting bored of mouse pad reviews. That seems impossible though. But basically this pad is a bit more smoothed out, which in turn you're going to feel less feedback from the mouse pad on your skates, especially if you have something like the Orochi V2, a Zowie mouse that have two big glides, you're basically going to feel none of the texture, and that is not what I personally look for in a hybrid mousepad. But across most mice and PTFE skates, I had no problems with performing consistently on this mousepad. It's not too fast to the point where you're going to be inconsistent or shaky, and it is not slow or controlled to the point where you would find it a mud pad, so it does have a pretty balanced glide. If you've used the Aqua Control Plus, it's literally the same weave, so it's not going to be hard to adjust. It is just like touched up a bit differently. This honestly might just be like one of the other Aqua Control Plus variants. They just gave it a new name. I don't fucking know. I'm not enthusiastic about this mousepad, but it checks basically every box to get the seal of approval. Really good price. It's a consistent surface. The quality seems good across multiple units. Uncoated, not affected by humidity, and I think the Aqua Control Plus had the seal of approval, and this is far better, so it will be receiving it. And as textured mousepads go, this is definitely one of the safer options. Like I mentioned before, very low chance that you find this surface abrasive. It's nothing compared to the texture of a Hien, and it gives you a light glide that's very easy to move your mouse around fast without putting tons of pressure. And if you do want to gain some control from putting in pressure, the mousepad does allow you to do that. So all in all, it has my recommendation. I hope I was able to show that this is basically an improved Aqua Control Plus refresh. Very little to complain about, but this is not going to be my main mousepad or anything. Stay tuned for a top 5 mousepad list. Aqua Control Plus owners, give this a shot. That's going to be all for the video. Like and sub if you enjoyed. And yeah, use code boardzy10 or else you're going to get fucked by shipping costs. Peace.